Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, I have yet another mod showcase, and this one is damn cool, something that I've put together myself. It incorporates a whole handful of different KH3 mods to make a custom Sora, one that I am dubbing EX Sora. Now, there are a ton of mods out there that change all sorts of Sora's animations, ranging from his walking animation to the effect of the guard and block, to the dodge animation, to all of the different combo animations. You can mix and match and change almost everything to do with Sora, which is super neat, even including of course his outfit. There are a ton of outfit mods and even model swap mods out there, to a point now where, due to all of this, you can essentially craft and build your own Sora. Forget Build-A-Bear, we now have the option to build a Guardian of Light. So what we have right here, EX Sora as I'm calling it, incorporates a lot of different changes and swaps, namely to of course Sora's combos, but a whole slew of other things as well, so let's dive into it. So first up, you'll notice that Sora's outfit has been changed to the Casual Sora mod created by Caleb Smores. I really like this, with the denim jacket, the grey gloves, the grey camo pants, as well as the white shoes with the yellow grips. I decided to go for this because I feel like it sort of suits the getup we're trying to go for here. Also, I am equipped with the Starseeker Keyblade, created by Aproydtix. This is probably the best version of a Starseeker Keyblade mod that you can get. It comes with all of the particle effects, physics on the chain, as well as even the correct sounds as well. Sora's walk and run animations have been changed to that of Riku's, as well as his general battle stance. This mod is known as Riku Edition, created by Millioti, and allows you to swap in and out a bunch of different animations from Riku into that of Sora, which is neat. I really like this, with holding the Keyblade sort of over the head, as well as the run animation. I decided to go for this specific animation mainly because it's more serious, and that's kind of what I'm trying to go for here with an EX version of Sora, one that is truly experienced. Sora's dodge animation has been changed to the Parkour Slide. This is a pack known as the Animation Swap Parkour Dodge pack, created by TrueBladeModder. I feel like this is a little bit more of a skillful dodge compared to the dodge roll, and certainly more stylish. Also included in the same mod too is a change to Sora's aerial dodge. This changes it to the animation that's used when Sora successfully guards against a large body, when the large body is sliding on its stomach. Then you press circle to perform the jump dodge counter. It's that animation and looks really neat whilst being performed at will in mid-air. Coming from Millioti once again, we've changed Sora's guard to the light form barrier guard. Just a quick heads up about using barrier guard mods for Sora. It won't actually work like a normal barrier guard, meaning that you can deflect any damage from a 360-degree radius. You'll still have to be front-facing even if you do change Sora's guard to a barrier guard, mainly because of course Sora's guard is only from the front and that data still applies. This is essentially just putting a skin over the pre-existing guard. We've changed up Sora's glide to more of a final form style glide, created by Aproydtix once again. This is really cool. It's the whole final form glide from Kingdom Hearts 2 with the Keyblade spinning, and yeah, even if you're in a form that uses two Keyblades like double form, both Keyblades will be spinning. And not only that, but the Keyblade actually does do damage in similar fashion to how it worked in Kingdom Hearts 2. If you fly near an enemy or something that does actually take damage, yeah, it'll work. This is really satisfying, especially against bosses, to sort of chuck them up in the air when an opening is available. It will work. Now, we can't do too much in the way of Shotlock, but we can change its effects. Thanks to Aproydtix's Elemental Encoder Modular Shotlock pack, we've changed the visual look of the effects that come out when we're either at a partial lock-on count or a full lock-on count. For partial, we have Xemnas's Twilight Orbs, and then for full, we've got Xemnas's Twilight Thorns. The absolute meat and potatoes of what I'm going to show you guys is the changes to Sora's combos. Holy smokes, this is some really cool stuff, so strap yourself in. We have a bunch of different combo animation changes coming from Sora 101 Ven. Recently, they've been on an absolute roll, creating a bunch of custom animations and ripping other animations that already exist to swap out a lot of the pre-existing combo modifiers to replace them with some really truly cool stuff. Some stuff that's actually quite nostalgic, trying to replicate previous Kingdom Hearts moves for Kingdom Hearts 3. First up, we have Horizontal Slash from Kingdom Hearts 2, modded into Kingdom Hearts 3. This is replacing Rising Spiral and Groundbreaker. These are the abilities that, depending on if you're on the ground or in the air, when you press circle midway through a combo, you'll either smack the enemy down to the ground or smack them up into the sky. So now if you press circle whilst in the middle of a combo, you'll do the Horizontal Slash attack from Cage 2, where in Cage 2, if you were midway through a combo, if you were in midair, you'd press square and you'd do a series of horizontal slashes. Next is X-Raid, and this one is super cool. So this one will actually allow you to swap out your choice of a few different animations. So this can either be air combo reach, flash step within midair or on the ground, ground combo 2, radial blast in midair or radial blast on the ground. A lot of these different combo animation changes are usually preset to a specific combo modifier, but for X-Raid, you've got a bit of choice here, which tries to incorporate that move that we saw in Kingdom Hearts 4 into Kingdom Hearts 3. We've already covered that in a previous video, but this is super cool. This is using some of the data and animations from Xehanort's keychain whip type attack, and it consists of Sora doing a multitude of spins and slashes. This seriously covers a lot of ground, so any enemies that are like in the general area will be sliced and diced. If you pay attention though, the attack starts off as a strike rate ability, so Sora will throw his Keyblade, and when the Keyblade is returned is when he'll go into the series of spins. A+ for style points. Next up is Explosion Driver, and this is a seriously spicy one. Oh, how we've missed having Explosion within Sora's base combos. No longer is it just attached to second form. Yeah, we can literally have Explosion from Kingdom Hearts 2 in Sora's base combos for Cage 3. So that's the idea of this, but there's a little bit more spice added on top of this meatball. So once you've performed Explosion, Sora will then jump up and do the Ripple Drive animation to bring forth a bunch of pillars of light out of the ground to absolutely annihilate your foes. This attack will send enemies flying up into the air, perfect to begin some aerial combos. What's neat about this attack though is if you want to cut the attack short, as it will leave you open for a little bit when Sora is transitioning between Explosion to the Pillars of Light attack, you can press the attack button again to cut the attack short, just performing Explosion and not having to worry about the Pillars of Light attack. Lethal Frame is probably one of the coolest abilities that Kingdom Hearts has really ever seen. It's an ability from Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories where Sora basically stops time and anime slices through an enemy performing a numerous amount of strikes to then resume time and they take the damage. It's seriously cool and anime as fuck. And we've never really seen it return. There was of course Time Splicer and Birth by Sleep, but for a mainline Kingdom Hearts game, we haven't seen Lethal Frame ever return. So Sora then wanted to add Lethal Frame into Kingdom Hearts 3 as a combo finisher, replacing Last Charge, and my god, this is saucy. Yeah, it does what Lethal Frame should do, except for this version, it just slows down time, and then Sora will proceed to do an anime slickety slash right through his foes. I absolutely love the particle effects that show up when Sora is about to initiate this move, with the sort of glass shatter effect that I believe has been ripped from the form change animation effects, but it looks really, really cool. Next up is Magnarok. This is seriously impressive and probably the most destructive out of the new abilities we have at our disposal here. But this is replacing Magic Flash, and because of that, it means that we either have to pick between that or of course Last Charge, as these are both combo finishes. You can't use both at the same time. The idea of this is to combine Ragnarok as well as Magnet Spiral together, using the Shotlock animation and mixing it in with Magnet Spiral. So it works like Magnet Spiral, it will pull all enemies in, doing the you spin me right round baby right round move to perform a massive Giga Explosion. And the effect that stays on the ground once you perform this move is seriously cool, goes to show that you've just performed something extremely devastating. And finally, this is probably my favorite, only because this is one of my all-time favorite things from Kingdom Hearts 2, but we have a counter replacement. This mod is going to replace the animation of the counter and what it does. That's right, Skyscraper from Kingdom Hearts 2. This is taking that reaction command from Kingdom Hearts 2, probably the best one to be honest, where Sora slices through a multitude of skyscrapers and puts it into Kingdom Hearts 3 as a counter, so you can now slice through your enemies even furthermore than Lethal Frame.
Is Sora dabbing yet again?
So that right there is all of the modifications towards Sora's combo, and in result we have truly a devastating Sora, one that I think is levels and years beyond his current expertise in Kingdom Hearts 3. So let's take a look at this in action. So that right there is EX Sora. Yeah, you guys can see that this is absolutely insane with these additional animation changes, with Sora now being able to utilize attacks that he's previously been able to, but with more consistency and a lot more style. Yeah, insane. Big shout out to, obviously, all of the mod creators that were featured in this video. A big shout out to especially Sora Vin for creating all of these custom animations for Sora's base combo. As always, guys, the links to all of these mods will be in the description down below, if of course you want to put this together for yourself. Have a guys, I'm Cynical, hopefully having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace.